Hello, welcome back to another video. My name's Harrison. Today, I'm really looking forward to this one. We've got the Garmin R50 versus the Uneekor Eye Mini Lite. So we're going to put them side by side, compare the data, see what the differences are. Okay, so Uneekor Eye Mini Lite versus brand new Garmin R50. So we'll have a look. The numbers that we're going to have a look at and compare are club speed, ball speed, carry distance and total distance. So we don't, because of the hitting areas, I've got to misalign them. So the directional stuff in terms of like club path and all that sort of stuff, it's not going to be very relevant because you just see me hit it way left on the Garmin. So we're going to look at speeds and what it's measuring there. I think that's probably the most relevant to the most amount of people because it involves distance and all that sort of stuff. So to make sure we're getting all the club data and the club head speeds, I've got two stickers on the club. Got one on the toe for the Uneekor Eye Mini Lite and I've got one on the top for the Garmin R50. I've just hit some shots. It works. Both units are recording club data, so let's get into it and we'll see if there's any differences. Okay, so both units are lined up. We've got Uneekor on the screen. We've got the phone on another screen showing you the numbers on the Garmin. You can see on the top 4 tiles. That's what we're going to be looking at. So let's hit a shot and see if there's any differences. A little bit toey maybe. A little bit toey. Okay, so first of all, club speeds. Uneekor Eye Mini Lite 89.5 miles an hour. Ball speed 123 miles an hour. On the Garmin 96 mile an hour club speed, 123 mile an hour to the decimal as well, 0.8 on both. Very, very cool. Carry distance on the Garmin, 177 yards. Carry distance on the Uneekor, 173 yards. Total distance on the Garmin, 187, 181 on the Uneekor. So fairly similar. Club speed was a little bit quicker on the Garmin. Let's hit another one. Let's have a little look again. Try and get these all lined up. Okay, another one there. 94 mile an hour club head speed on the Garmin, 123 ball speed on the Garmin, 122.7 mile an hour ball speed on the Uneekor, 88 mile an hour club speed on the Uneekor. Carry, so a little bit shorter this time on the Garmin, 163 as opposed to 168, 170 total, 174. So again, even though the ball speeds are very similar, the backspin as well, looking at that, you got 7.2 and 7.3. That's all very similar. There's just a small little discrepancy at the moment in club head speed and carry. So another one. Okay. I'll pull out the way so you can see. So, club speed on the Garmin, 94. Club speed on the Uneekor, 87.8. Ball speed, the same again, both 123 miles an hour. Carry distance on the Garmin, 170. 171 on Uneekor. Total distance, 179. 179, so that's really good. Backspin, interestingly, a little bit higher on the Uneekor. At 6,500 revs, 4,900 on the Garmin. Okay, there you go. Again, that was pretty good. Okay. 90 mile an hour club head speed on the Garmin. 87 club head speed on the Uneekor, 124 miles per hour ball speed on the Garmin, 123 miles per hour on the Uneekor. Carry, 166 Garmin, 172 Uneekor. Spin, 7,200 Garmin, 6,700 on the Uneekor. So what we can kind of see at the moment is the Garmin's club head speed is a little bit higher than what the Uneekor is showing. The ball speed is pretty much identical. The spin is very similar. The carry distance is maybe a little bit out on them, but for the most part, they both seem fairly consistent. A couple of reasons why all this, might be out, because we've angled the Garmin. Maybe it's used to measuring stuff in a different direction. Is it seeing that sticker on the top of the club for long enough to be able to measure everything properly? And obviously both these units measure spin and things like that in different ways. So you've got all these different things. The good thing is all the data is pretty close. It all seems pretty reliable. We've had the Garmin next to a TrackMan. I did a demo for a couple of pros with the Garmin next to TrackMan 4, and all the data was very, very close, which is good. So that's obviously good for the Uneekor as well, as this is all pretty close data. What we can do though, I'll hit a couple of drivers, and we'll see what it looks like then. Okay, so driver, one thing I need to do is put a sticker on for the Garmin. Got one on for the Eye Mini Lite. You do get a load of stickers with this, with both launch monitors as well. Both stickers on the end of the club, on the face of the club. Right, not sure how this is going to go, but we'll give it a whirl. A little bit heely. So, something's gone wrong somewhere. 136 mile an hour clubhead speed on the Garmin and 151 mile an hour clubhead speed on the Uneekor. If I was swinging it that fast, I'd be a long drive pro, and I'm not. So I don't think that's right. Looks like some sort of misread. Let's have another go. Line up. That looks a bit more like it on the Uneekor numbers, and a bit more like it on the Garmin numbers. So, club speed on the Uneekor, 120 miles an hour, probably about right. Garmin, 123 mile an hour. Sounds a little bit quick for me, but okay. Ball speed, 175, 175, bang on again. Carry distance on the Garmin, 218 yards. Doesn't quite stack up for me. Total distance 221, 286, 302, sounds a lot more like it. Looking at that there, backspin on the Garmin, 6,500 revs of spin. 3,100 sounds about right from a bit of a heely strike. So obviously, not sure. Bit high and spinny there from the Garmin, so we'll give it another go. There we go. Okay, let's try again. That felt quite good. Tiny bit low on the face, but that's the kind of shot I'd expect to see. Okay, some funky numbers here. So, club head speed on the Uneekor, 120 mile an hour, what I'd expect. Club head speed on the Garmin, 140 miles an hour. No chance. Ball speed, 178, yes. Ball speed, 177 on the Garmin, yes. Carry distance on the Garmin on that one, 295 yards, 302. Much better, much closer. Total, 305, 319. Not too interested in that. Spin rate on the Garmin on that was 3,100. 2,000, so a lot better. So obviously the ball data that it's collecting with the driver is pretty good on that last shot. Relative to this as well, it's all pretty close, but the club head speed at 140, I'm not sure where that's coming from. And I don't know where that club head speed of 150 came from in the Uneekor. Maybe it's because I'm hitting a little bit off center on the ball and they're not quite calculating it, or it's seeing like one of the screws in the head or something and it's measuring that. I'm not sure. But we'll hit another one, hit a couple more. The interesting one for me really is is the ball data, because that's what's really going to tell you how far your ball's going. So you want that sort of ball speed, spin and carry to be accurate. So we'll have a little look. Again, a bit more of a bullet. That's more what I'd expect flight wise. Okay, this looks a little bit better. Club head speed on the Garmin, 119 mile an hour. Calm down a little bit. 121 on Uneekor, about right. Ball speed again, 178.3, 178.4, virtually identical. Carry, 192 on the Uneekor, 189 on the Garmin, so very, very close. And then the spin, 3,300 revs on the Uneekor, 3,300 revs on the Garmin. So the more we kind of use it, I don't know if it's just getting better or what, or if it's seeing things a bit better. It's obviously getting a little bit more accurate in terms of the data's getting closer to each other. The only misread we saw with the Uneekor was that 150 mile an hour club head speed. I'm not sure why that was. Maybe it's because there's two stickers on the face or something. But all the ball data seemed pretty reliable on the Uneekor. The only ball data that kind of went a little bit funny on the Garmin was the spin, when it had that uber high spin reading, and it did something a bit funky. Again, it's a little bit off center. It's hard. We can't square them up because of the hitting areas. We need to move one of them in to overlap the hitting areas. But in terms of ball data, they're really, really close. What I will say is the Uneekor is priced at £2,860. The Garmin's £4,300. So there is quite a large discrepancy in price there, 1,500 quid or so. And you're getting effectively the same data. The only thing that you're not going to get on the Uneekor is measured club face data and face to path, because it doesn't give you face, and the overhead units do. But in terms of everything else, you know, it's bang on to a unit that is 1,500 quid more expensive and very, very close in data to Trackman 4 that we've tested in the past. So it's a compelling argument. You need a gaming PC to use a Uneekor. You don't with the Garmin. You might want third-party software with the Uneekor. You don't necessarily need that if you use the Home T Hero Play with Garmin's 43,000 courses or whatever it is that you can use. So it's an interesting debate. For me, the data seems good enough on both of them. So yeah, let me know which one that you choose.